Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be discussing one of the major important question that is asked in every interview, and this is also used in everyday data engineering skills. If you are a business analyst or a data engineer, or you are a data analyst, or in case you are a data scientist, this particular topic is a must to know for every data field. So that topic is windowing functions. So this is an advanced topic. If you know about SQL, this windowing functions you may be aware of. If not, then this video is for you. I will be helping you in learning the windowing function in Pyspark in this video. So what is exactly a windowing function? Let's say you have a employee data set which has department and salary, and you want to go ahead and get the maximum salary that each employee is getting for each department. So in this kind of use case, you need to have a windowing function. So let me show you how you can understand what is a windowing function. In this, we will be discussing about the rank, dense rank, and the row number. These are the major windowing functions that you must be knowing if you want to go ahead and write a code in Pyspark and SQL. Apart from these functions, there are more functions like lag and lead, which I will be covering in the next video. So you can watch that video as well. So let's get started with the practicals. In this, I have a data set which is having the employee name, department, and salary. So there are three departments that each employee belongs to with different salaries. So in this, if you will see, there is a finance department, there is a marketing department, and there is a sales department. My responsibility here will be to find the maximum salary, or the let's say the lowest salary for each department. So for that, let's first understand what is a row number. Row number will do what? It will actually partition the data on the basis of department. So what it will do is it will partition the data on the basis of department, and then it will be ordering the data on the basis of salary, which you can order it either in descending order or in the ascending order. So I am ordering the salary right now in an ascending order. So if you will see, 3000 is the least amount in the finance and 3900 is the biggest amount in this finance department. So each department, that is finance, is having one here salary. Marketing, it is grouped into one department and these two are the salary. Sales is grouped into one department and these are the salary. Now if I have to do a row number, what it will do is it will partition each department. It will put each department into the same bucket, and then it will go ahead and calculate the salary with the help of the order by, whether it is in ascending or descending. In our case, we are doing it in an ascending way. So I want to go ahead and rank them basically. So whichever is the lowest salary of that particular department, I want to rank it 1. The next salary is +1. Whatever is the next highest salary, it will be +1. Whatever is the next highest salary, it will be +1. So 3000 is being ranked number 1, 3300 is ranked number 2, and 3900 is ranked number 3. So it is an ascending order. It will be like 1 and then you are adding 1 to it. So it will be 2, right? Here it will be 2. And then again 2 is added with 1. So here it is 3. So it is ascending with 1. So that's how the row number is decided. But as soon as the department changes, it starts with the row number 1 again. So if you will see, marketing 2000 is there as 1. Now it has changed. The sales has changed. So it will again start with the row number 1. And then it will keep on going. But if you will see, these two are what? These two salaries are same. Though these two salaries are same and these two employees are same, James, it's a duplicate record, but still it will add 1 to it, right? The important use case here will be if you are handling duplicate records, then what you can do is you can just select this particular record and you can eliminate this record. So you can select whatever row number is greater than 1, in that you can select it. So this is mostly used in case of handling the duplicate values. So these two are duplicate, but still we are assigning 1 and then we are assigning 2. These two are duplicate, we are assigning 3 and we are assigning 4. And this is the duplicate. This is not duplicate, this is an unique value, it's assigned 4. But if you will see, these two are duplicate, but these two are different names, right? So therefore it's been assigned 3 and 4. Now let's see what is rank. Rank means if the salaries are same, it is going to add 1 to it and it will be consecutive. So let's say finance is there, this is there. Let's take an example of the sales. So this sales is having 3,000 as salary and 3,000 as salary. So we will be assigning each record here rank 1. Because I'm partitioning it by sales, ordering by salary, so I'm assigning 1. Now if you will see, this sales is having 4,100, so this should have been assigned 2. No, but in that case the consecutive number is there, right? So here I will be assigning 1 and then this is skipped, this should be 2. So this is skipped. What is the next consecutive number? It's 3, so it is assigned 3. Now what is the next consecutive number of this 3? It's 4. This should be, then this should be 5. So it will be consecutive number, but if in case there are duplicate records here, then it will be assigned 1 and it will skip one number, one record from it, and it will assign 3 to it. But if you will see with the dense rank, what is happening here, these two are duplicate, so it is assigning 1. Now this is 4,100, so it's not skipping one record, it's not skipping one number, it's consecutive here. So after 1, what comes? 2. Now these two are same, so it's assigning 2. Now what is the consecutive number of 2? It is 3, so therefore it's assigning 3. So this is the difference between rank, row number and dense rank. So let's go to our Databricks notebook and see how it is done. I am creating this data frame itself and I am displaying, this is my records. Now I will be importing some functions. I will be importing some functions like row number, rank and dense rank. In order to do a partition by and put it in the same bucket, you need to create a window, right? Either you can say it is a partition, you can tell it as a bucket, or you can tell it we are creating a window. It's all synonyms basically. So I will be importing this window function from my pyspark.sql.window, and I will be creating a window specification. What I will be doing is I will be partitioning that particular table by each department. So all the sales will be grouped to 1, all the marketing will be grouped to 1, all the finance will be grouped to 1. So it's been partitioned by department and it's getting ordered by salary. So I'm ordering it by salary in ascending order. If you want to do it in the descending order, you just mention .desc and it will do it in the descending order. Okay. Now let's see what you have to do it with the row number. What I'm doing is I am using a with column. What it will do is it will create a new column and it will assign the column name as row number. And in that I am using this particular syntax, which is basically the row number syntax, in order to get my desired result. Before you focus on this, if you don't know what is with column is used to either rename the column or add a new column. If you want to know more about this, then watch my previous video in which I've explained you how to do it. Now in this I have created the column called row number. In that row number, I'm using the function called row number, and on what I will be doing? I will be doing it on the window specification. What does this window specification means? It has calculated, it has partitioned your data on the basis of department, and it has ordered the data in the basis of salary, and it will give me the row number. So if you will see, all the finance are at one place, all the marketing is at one place, all the sales is at one place. It is partition. Now in this finance, this is the salary is in ascending order, and it is assigning row number 1, 2, 3. Now the department is getting changed, so it's assigning 1, 2. Now in the sales, if you will see, it is changing again. So it is starting from row number 1, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is how you will calculate the row number. Now let's say how you can do a rank. What does rank means? It will go ahead and rank your data set on the basis of your department, on the basis of your salary right now in the ascending order, and it will rank it and skip the consecutive row. So it will be 1, 2 and 3. Here let's say with the sales, we'll explain it with the sales. So we have starting with 1. Now these two are same, so it will assign again 1. Now this is not same as this, right? 4100 is not equal to 3000, but this value is being assigned 1, but it should be assigned 2, right? If you think about the row number, so it's assigned 1, so it will skip the number 2 and it will assign 3. Now 4100 is equal to 4100, so it will assign 3, so it will duplicate that 3 into here. And now next is 4600, which is not equal to 4100, but 3 is assigned twice already, so this 4 is skipped and now it is assigning 5. So that is my rank. So now if you think about the dense rank, it is similar. It will just do a consecutive row number, and it will assign the same values, the same number. So in the sales, 3000 is same as 3000, it's assigning 1, and 4100 is equal to 4100, so it's assigning 2. Why it's assigning 2? It's not skipping the row. After 1, it is the 2 that comes. So it's assigning 2. Now 4600 is not equal to 4100. So then it's the next value. So it is assigning 3. That is the 3 is the value. Now this has been partitioned with the help of the department. So this is what is a rank, dense rank and row number. Now I will give you a tip here how you can do a window function on aggregated functions. So aggregated functions are what? They are average, sum, min, max. So what I will be doing is, I am not ordering it by anything. It's not needed when you are calculating the sum of all the salaries of each department. Okay, so here I will be selecting my department average, sum, min and max, and I am creating column for each aggregated function. So I'm using the with column. Inside that with column, I'm putting the aggregated function name average. How will I calculate the average? I will be putting average on the basis of what? On the column salary I'm doing. I'm calculating the average on the salary column, and over what? I'm partitioning my data set on the basis of department. So for each department, I will be calculating my average. If you will see the result, maybe you will not want this particular output. I'll explain you why. In this, if you will see, for finance department, this is my average, this is my sum, and this is my min value, this is my max value of the salary. For marketing also, I'm calculating the average, sum, min and max, and for sales as well. But if you will see, these all 5 records are same, right? I don't want the data to be duplicated. I want only one value. I want to know what is my average salary for my sales department, what is my average salary for my marketing department, what is my average salary for my finance department. So for that, I will be just getting one row for each department. Okay. So for that, let me do one thing. I will be calculating my row number. What the row number will be doing? These values are same, right? So it will assign 1 to this, it will assign 2 to this, and it will assign 3 to this, right? And similarly, sales, it will assign the first row as 1, second row as 2, third row as 4, 3 and fourth row as 4, right? So what I will be doing is I will be filtering the data where the row number is equal to 1. So let me just remove this condition and I will run this. And let me show you what the row number looks like first. I'm running this command. So now see, this is my first row, this is my second row, this is my third row. So these three values are same. So it's assigning 1, 2, 3. Now my department is getting changed. So it's assigning 1, 2. Now my sales department is there. So it's assigning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the data is same. So you don't need everything. You just need the first row. So how will you calculate the first row? You just filter the data set itself with the where condition. In this where condition, what I'm doing is I'm saying that my row number should be equal to 1. Those records only I want. So now you see only first record has come up and I'm getting this data. If you don't want this row number, we have used this as an aggregated column. So I'll just remove this. Now this is my final result. So along with rank, dense rank and row number, you have learned how exactly to do an aggregated on the windowing function. You are partitioning the data set and then calculating for each department what is your aggregation, what is your sum, min and max for each department. So I hope you have understood this, how exactly to work with the windowing function. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. I will be able to help you with answering those questions. And if you like this video, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends.
Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.